Hello everybody, my name is Elenator and welcome back to Minecraft Flipping the Switch. Here we are. I really hope that we have the stronghold right down here. Now is this guarantee? No. But we're gonna get down there and like hope. Should I do 2x2? Watch me be in a totally wrong spot, but I feel like I should just be smart and do a 3x3. Now, is this a wise decision? Probably not, but that's what we're going to try to do. The reason for this is because I don't want to put torches all the way down. Of course, this ends up being in the wrong spot, then oh well. Yeah, we still have all 6 eyes. Hopefully, we can get half the portal lit today. Which means, please enter. Do I have... Okay, I have 3 stacks. 3 stacks of torches will be good enough. Need to make sure that I have enough for when I go and light everything up. If I go all the way down here, if I go to level, let's say Y level 20, if I go all the way down the Y level 20 and I didn't run into any stronghold, we're going to head back up to the surface and we're going to launch a eye. Almost said launch a pearl, but we don't have those anymore. I wonder how often the game autosaves. In fact, it's been what, 2 minutes? Well, the question is, how long in-game has it been? It could be closer to 5. Which losing 5 minutes of progress in the event of some sort of system failure would not be terrible. I see gravel. Gravel doesn't float. Might make things difficult if I attempt to build a staircase out of it. At least I can dig it up fast. And this is what I was looking at. Let's just use dirt. I don't particularly care for the look of this staircase, at least not now. Maybe later we'll clean it up. Hold on, I clicked on the thingy. Boop, there we go. Click back. Alright, 44. I don't know what levels strongholds normally spawn at. Also hoping that it did in fact properly generate, but I'm pretty sure that this late in Legacy Console's development, I'm sure that they would not have released the Switch edition without a stronghold properly generating. That's kind of an important part of the game, and if people couldn't access the end, that'd be big unfortunate. And howdy, welcome back. There's a cave, drop a torch, and I guess drop another one. Nice iron and all, and this pickaxe is almost gone. Do I just keep using my diamond pickaxe after this? Normally I like to save them, but truth be told, I still have a fair amount. And it's not like I'm going too far. And I don't really feel like going all the way back home just for more iron pickaxes. So I'll try not to let this one break. And then I'll swap to the diamond one as late as possible. It's getting kind of dark though. Maybe I should start placing torches. Alright, hold on, let's just boop. Let's do that real fast. I feel like spelling for English is going to be easier to standardize. We need to bring the different pronunciations together for the same letters as they are currently at. Horizontal. Stronghold, please. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Well, I'll take the... Oopsies, let's stop. Oop, that pickaxe. I wasn't paying attention, it's nearly gone. Let's not do that. I'm tempted to go all the way down to 16. See if I run into anything. I have my doubts, because we're already just about level 20, which I first said I wanted to go to. Oh, I'm not seeing anything. Chances are I'm a few blocks off. In which case, I really hope it's only a few blocks, and not something like 2 chunks over. That'd be a bit annoying. Alright, so if this here is 17, we're only going to go down one more, and then we're going to call it. And be like, well, I guesstimated incorrectly. Oh my gosh! I was just about to call it. The literal last block. Oh man, I got so lucky with that. Because I'm glad I didn't stop at 20. Because if I did, this would have been, I would have missed it. Oh, I got lucky with that one. I got real lucky. Which also means this stronghold is, oh, I know what this is. We're not going to break that one. But anyways, I got really lucky with that. Hooray, powers of estimation and stuff. Alright, we'll start there. I'm kind of glad now that I do in fact have all this gravel. Because this pillars turned out to be kind of helpful. There we go. And touchdown! Thanks for telling me what iron bars are. I'll probably just leave this here for now. Alright, well we made it. We have now entered the stronghold. So, which way do we go? There's a chest, here's a library. What the heck happened here? Oh, the poor stronghold. It got defeated. And, what? Oh, you know what this means. You know how I've been saying I really need to collect more leather? I don't think I need to collect leather anymore. Honestly, this place is a mess. No one would mind if I just casually got rid of the rest of it. This looks like the same problem as this mine shaft. Now, the mine shaft that we encountered previously, where it had some sort of generation issue. And it looks like the stronghold was affected by either the same bug or something similar. There used to be lava. Oh, in fact, I bet there's lava behind that cobblestone. I'm not gonna get rid of that. Alright, let's place down another few torches or so. I'd rather not bad guys show up after I've already been here. Alright, let's check the chests. Anything good? Respiration 3, Fire Aspect 2, and Sharpness 3. And a whole bunch of books. I'll take all that. I say, not a bad start. I have to see if we can get this chest up here. Power and flame, another power. There's also that chest in the hallway we're about to go for. Are you writing all of your work down somewhere? Hey, new armor! After I just made one. And a chest plate at that, of which I have plenty. But there's an ender pearl that's going to save me enderman hunting later. Alright, so we came down this path. This doesn't look good. I really would like to hope that we have the portal. It would be a big old bummer if I came all this way, found the stronghold, only to find out that it got cut off somewhere by improper generation. That would be not fun. Oh no. Oh, don't give me that. Alright, so this is a big load of nothing. What we could do is alright, Google Docs, good start. Just making sure that you are indeed holding on to all this. Okay, so what we're gonna do is Minecraft works in chunks, right? So SAR naturally generating torch, we're just gonna move you over. We're gonna go this way, 16 blocks. 2, 3. 9. 16. Alright. And that led us nothing of importance this way. Alright, we'll try again in this direction. In fact, we might also work diagonal. It's kind of hoping there would be a proper chunk there. That didn't happen. Alright, so 1. 12. Hello. Okay, we chill. We're gonna chill for a little bit. Take one quick peek up top. Hey, blue carbon. That's cool and all, but the stronghold's kind of important. If this is the only stronghold that generates in the world, of which I feel like Legacy Console Edition only ever had one stronghold per world. Don't quote me on that. I know Bedrock has far more than that, since I don't think there's a limit to stronghold generation on Bedrock. But this is a bit of a problem. Let's just mine this real fast. It'll help refund the diamond I spent on this pickaxe. That's why you always dig around. Whenever you find one diamond, make sure you clean the area, because there's a chance there might be more hiding nearby. And the chest filled up, or my inventory filled up. Do you want to pick up that redstone? Alright, hold on. Let's head back here real fast. We're just gonna leave behind our cobblestone. Oh, in fact, here, why don't we just stick it in this one instead? Take back these two. No stack, no stack, no stack. Alrighty, this is a bit of a problem. What I think I'll need to do is find exactly where the eye points to and hope that I just so happen to come across a bad area. But I think that this is not a good sign by how much this stronghold did not generate correctly. I feel like people will complain if the Sift never comes to Java. Like, Mojang has to be planning something, because people have been talking about either the end dimension for however many years, or they've been talking about the totally unused portal-looking structure within the ancient city that has been in the game since 2022, I think. 4 years, and it hasn't done anything. Kind of a long time, I say. Checking around, make sure I didn't miss any chests in here. So I feel like they've got to be doing something dimension related. The question is, what's next? So I kind of hope that this, the Dungeons 2 exclusive is just a for now sort of thing. And then based on like people's reactions, it'll later come to the vanilla game. But I'm still gonna hold on until Mojang proves me wrong that they need a end update. They need a proper end update before they add any new dimensions into vanilla. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, and then that just leads us back here. Alright, cool. That's not very helpful. There's no way that the structure would have been a teaser for Dungeons 2 back in 2022. Like, I don't think Dungeons 2 has been in development for that long, because didn't Legends come out 2023? Oh, this goes way down the 4. Yeah, I'm just gonna hope that this is, in fact, just sort of cut off from the rest of the Stronghold. I really hope that we have a portal room, but I'm starting to doubt. It's 9. Oh! I see more. Okay, a staircase. That's a good sign because this part of the dungeon, or this part of the stronghold, was really, really low. And... don't tell me that. Don't tell me there's nothing here. It's just a staircase. It's just a staircase all by itself. Oh no, this isn't good. Oh boy, how bad. I'm gonna have to convert this world over the weekend. And I gotta know if there's a portal room or not. This isn't good. Oh boy. Well, what a way to start the day. I was thinking everything would be all fine and dandy, and I'm starting to have my doubts. It'd be a real shame if I can't go to the end on this world because the stronghold didn't generate properly. So I'm kind of looking around in these caves here. I wonder if this is the starter staircase, because the eye always goes directly to the staircase that starts the generation. I really hope this isn't it, because it means that the starter staircase is still around here, but this is currently a dense area, so I'm not all too sure. Alright, let's let's just head back down here real fast. Alrighty, so things aren't looking too good. I might as well just verify. This is really low, but I might as well just check to make sure that this doesn't lead anywhere. That's 9. Oh my gosh, no way. This is probably the lowest portal room I've ever seen. And it has one eye. Uh-oh, retreat, there's lava nearby. Oh my gosh, I got so lucky. You know how I started the stream and I started digging? Oh boy. Did I unleash the horde? No. Oh, yes, I did. Know how I started the stream just with luck that I was tempted to quit because I couldn't find the stronghold as low as I thought it would be? Turns out it's just very, very low down. Alright, this could be a problem if I can't clean these fast enough. Oh my gosh. Get eliminated. Alright, as for the sniffer, because I see you talking about that, what did the sniffer do? What's new for it? As I feel like I should probably place down even more torches. I think that's deactivated. You know what? Do I even keep the... Do I even keep this one? Alright, well, anyways, let's just... Nothing. Oopsies. How dare you. That was kind of a waste if I can't recover him. Not the cobblestone. Alright, we're gonna go back to that staircase real fast, because now I really do want to know if that is in fact the starter staircase. Howdy, welcome back. Because it'd be really cool if that Eye of Ender is just sort of waiting there for me. Otherwise, am I gonna have to go way up to the surface? Alright, no eye over here, which means it did not go directly here. So, back up top side we go. We'll be back down here real fast. This is probably the worst stronghold I've ever seen in a regular survival world. I'm so glad, though, that the portal room is safe. That's the important part. So that means I can at least finish the game and feel better. Alright, now we look around. Eye of Ender anywhere? It'd be nice. Every once in a while I see a real silverfish somewhere over here. They just, you know, kind of get squished. And then I don't think about them again. Howdy, Paul. Welcome back. Alright, well, I think I'll just accept that one as a loss. There goes one eye, since I don't expect to be recovering that within the 5 minutes it's going to take before it despawns. I don't really know where it went. Don't know how far it went. I'm not seeing it up here. Probably ended up in some cave. Real silverfish aren't really anything special. They're almost like the Minecraft ones. Although I think they are longer and more centipede-like, I guess, when you look at them. Although they don't have nearly as many legs. I don't squish them with my hands. I grab a napkin or a paper towel. Or if it's in the bathroom with toilet paper. And then I squish it. Alright, so how many eyes do we have? Because we got the one free one. So we need 6 more. I have 1 pearl, which means we need 5 more pearls to collect. Drop that torch, drop that torch. Get eliminated. Yeah, honestly, I think we're just gonna say goodbye to this spawner. It's not, I'm not gonna make a farm out of it. Alright, so before we head back, I think what we'll do, since this place is now secure, other than all the lava, which we'll probably keep for now. But what we'll do is, we're gonna just keep grabbing all the bookshelves. In fact, let me see. How many are in there? Once I find where I went. There's such a small stronghold, I really should keep track. There's a lot of cool stuff hiding in basements. The only problem is I don't know anyone who has a basement. I should say I don't know anyone in the real world who has a basement. I don't even think I know anyone who has an attic either, other than just a regular crawl space. I did make it to the stronghold. It's been a real game of luck, and I've just barely managed to make it to the portal room after beginning to doubt that it exists at all. Alrighty, so we have, let's see, if I add the book, that'll give me 3 bookshelves. How many more do I need? Maybe another 8 or so. Here, how about we shave them off the top here? That's 6. Seven, 8. There we go. Sorry, don't have Silk Touch. This will have to do for now. Oops, let's not do that. I don't know what happened to this. Maybe it did burn down. You're right. This was I'm pretty sure, I can't verify. Well, I can't if I opened it up, but I can almost guarantee there is in fact lava back there. I didn't even think about that. The stronghold did generate properly. It just burned down. Huh. I didn't take that into account. I was right on the money saying it didn't generate properly though, because it absolutely did not generate properly in the slightest. This place is terrible. Worst stronghold I've ever seen in a survival world. Alright, let's just plop down another torch, because I don't want any bad guys showing up while I'm away. I think we might be good to head back now. Hi, you as well. I remember Pez dispensers. I can't remember how long it's been since I had one. My mom used to collect Beanie Babies, though. $1280 by 1024 isn't a terrible monitor. I don't think I would personally go with any more 4x3 screens, though. Or is that 5x4? Well, anyways, I wouldn't use any more because I'd like to keep my resolution consistent across the screens I have. All 3 of the monitors I use are identical 1080p, 16:9 screens. In fact, they're all 165 Hz. But because my graphics card only has 3 DisplayPort outputs, and the Valve Index requires DisplayPort, I have to use one of the monitors, currently on the left. Which way am I going? Yeah, the monitor on the left has to run through HDMI, which means I only get 120 Hz out of it instead of 165. Of which, honestly, I don't see the difference. But, technically, whoop! I need to watch where I'm going. That's what I need to do. Alrighty. Come on, Oreo, we can make it out of here. The Pez dispenser does, in fact, dispense little hard candies of different flavors. Come on, you can jump 2 blocks. I believe in you. Alright, we're gonna watch the floor and make sure we don't fall into any more caves. Commenting fast makes XP go down. I don't even see who's 1, 2, and 3 on here. I'm not a big fan of retro games. And like, 1024p doesn't sound retro to me. I think like 480i CRT as retro, of which I'm not a CRT fan. I don't like their noise. Howdy Akio, welcome back. Flipping the switch was suggested to me as a pun, as opposed to whatever I first had in mind for this series name. It's been 2 or 3 years that I don't even remember what I first suggested. Pez candies are an acquired taste, and that's also kind of why they released multiple flavors. Where's my home cave? Come on, Oreo. No spazzes, please. There it is. The nice, big, brightly lit mountain. Looks just about like every other mountain I've tried living on within the past 5 years. Maybe even closer to 10 by now. They didn't allow him to grab the computer. Oh man, there could have been missing Minecraft versions. One of these days, we might find a missing Minecraft version on an old computer that someone happened to toss out. I don't think it's happened yet, but there's a non-zero chance. Let's see if I can catch some Z's and reset the weather timer. I don't think so. The sun's kind of creeping on me. I don't think we'll make it. Do they even make and release plasma displays anymore? That's all LED and LCD. Alright, I need... People probably don't leave e-waste in regular waste rooms. But Oreo, where are you going? I did not give you permission to wander this far away. But I feel like with all the push towards getting people to recycle e-waste properly, I'm not surprised. And you... I don't trust you. We're gonna leave... Oh, hold up, where is it? Where'd the carpet go? You don't need a tool for carpet, right? I didn't pick it up. Did the carpet just get deleted? Huh? Is that a bug? Oh, there it is. How did it end up down here? Alright, well, anyways. Let's just toss this right there. For now. Alrighty. So, with all our adventuring we've done today, I better know how to progress forward. And the first thing we're doing is going to make more bookshelves after we toss the stuff that's in our inventory and doesn't need to be there. 16 by 10 was becoming common for a little while. I feel like 16 by 10 has started to overtake 4 by 3, and then 16 by 9 ended up dominating. Steam put out, not reviews, surveys I think, however many years ago. They probably still do. And I believe, looking back, there was a period where 16 by 10 monitors were dominant for Steam players. And then eventually 16 by 9 ended up taking over. But now people are going even wider as 21 by 9 is starting to creep up. Do I have... Oh, right, this is the dirt chest. Doink. A beta version of Windows XP that was designed for the 64-bit architecture. Is that why it was in beta? Oh, there's my steak. Oh wait, I don't keep food down here anymore. That's right. Oh, can't I combine my swords yet? Hooray, plus 5% durability. Truth be told, I wanted to do that because Diamond Pickaxe gets to go there now. Why are uneducated people a blessing? Perhaps those who are educated view them as a blessing. At some point, I'll need to make a dedicated redstone chest, because we're starting to stockpile it. Plus, I have other redstone items that I'll eventually be accumulating. Food goes down below. Chest goes in the wooden area. Do I have any books? Do I have 0 books? I have even more steak. Good job me planning to cook all that up. For some reason I thought I had at least one other book in here, but I guess not. Oh well, so this is divisible by 3. That'll give us 10. We can make 10 more bookshelves out of this. I don't know if I need all 10, but let's start here. Alright, I need... Uneducated people are a blessing for leaving e-waste in waste rooms. Interesting way to look at that. Let's grab all that. You still deal with burn-in on your plasma display? That's why people needed screensavers back in the day. Not all too often do you see that anymore. Alright, how are we doing? How many more bookshelves do I need to chop down over in the library? One, two, boop. And then one more row. I guess, yeah, one more row. We need another 4. Alright, so we're at 2 books, since I couldn't find any other books down below. And only 4 more bookshelves is not too bad. And breaking 1 bookshelf gives the 3 books back. If you turn it off as a second monitor most of the time, does that mean most of the time you only work on 1 monitor? I couldn't do that. Back in the early days of me being a small fry, I used to only use 1 because that's all we had. Then I started PC gaming, and I thought, you know, I could use 2. So I upgraded to 2. And I couldn't go back. Eventually, we found another one and I could upgrade to 3 monitors. And now even 2 feels like a downgrade. of the reasons I like having multiple, not just for streaming and recording and whatnot, but so I could just leave other stuff like Discord open, or have like one for browser, and then while I'm doing something on File Explorer, I've become particular with what goes where on each of the 3 screens. That stays there. Food. 40 steak? Wow, I don't have to keep eating bread after this. We still need to make a potato and cactus farm. Wait, did I even mark on the map where I needed to be? Hold on, where's the stronghold? Isn't it like... Oh, the cursor doesn't even go that far. Somewhere off in this direction. I kinda didn't mark on the map where it was. Oops. Alright, well either way, let's head back and collect the rest of the supplies that we left. Alright, Oreo, we're going on another adventure. Unless... nighttime approaches, we'll do it in the morning. So in the meantime, let's take one quick look to see how high the levels go for this enchanting table. 50% surrounded. Is 6 being totally surrounded? Oh, this already goes up to 30? And it has Silk Touch! Oh! Oh, I need that. That's gonna save me bookshelves. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. It's Diamond Pickaxe, right? Because that enchantment is locked into Diamond Pickaxes, not this one's very specific Diamond Pickaxe. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make a brand new Diamond Pickaxe, and we're gonna get Silk Touch on it. We're not gonna do any enchanting, other than that one Silk Touch, and hope that it has something else good on there. Sure, this already goes up to level 30, but I'm gonna want... I like my symmetry and whatnot, so we're gonna add 4 more bookshelves anyway. But with this Silk Touch Pickaxe... Oh wait, hold on, Lapis. With this Silk Touch Pickaxe, what'll happen is... In fact, I'll just keep all the Lapis on me, since we're gonna start keeping it down there. Very rarely do I ever use Lapis for anything other than enchanting. Alright, but with this Silk Touch Pickaxe, I will be able to mine the bookshelves down below, and I won't have to worry about breaking them. Efficiency 4, that's good. This is a good pickaxe. Hooray! So now I can mine the bookshelves, and I'll get the whole bookshelf. At this rate, I might as well take back all of them down there. I'm pretty sure Fortune just overrides the Silk Touch. If you have both Silk Touch and Fortune, the Silk Touch doesn't get used at all, and it's only Fortune that overrides the effect. Let's catch some Z's, reset the weather timer, then we go. I am not at all familiar with the history of Windows Pinball. Oreo, what are you doing? Oi. Eventually it'd be nice to have a proper setup on here. An easy way to access the area. I wonder if I should make the minecart track, oopsies, off in this direction, because I could totally go for on a rail. I don't know if I need 1,000 blocks or if it can only be as short as 500, but I want to go for the on a rail achievement. Alright, no more third person. And this might be a good direction to go in, since this is where the stronghold is, and I want to say... No, maybe not the Disco Mountains. The Disco Mountains not too far. I don't remember where exactly. You talking Silk Touch and Fortune on 2 different pickaxes? Because that makes more sense to me. And I think we might be a little bit lost. I know we're off in this direction, but the question really is, how far did I go? I had it in my mind that it was just off the edge of the map. We came across the swamp, right? That was close by. Because I know for sure we did not go out into the ocean and all that. Autosave, activate. Oh, there it is. It was a little bit higher than I was remembering. In fact, while we're here, let's also grab these pumpkins. Or we'll grab them on the way back. Let's not end up down there, please. I don't think I'll build a tower around here. I did not have any particular plans for the area. We will do a little bit of mining, though, in this one singular cave. Thankfully, the cave that the stronghold resides in also seems decent. There's a lot of areas to explore down there. Alrighty, let's get the goods. The goods are this way. That efficiency really kicked in. Oh boy, did you see how fast that broke? Whoop. I have other things to work on back at home. I don't plan on building a tower out here. Probably some sort of smaller outpost. There's also still plenty of series left. Oops, I was too slow. There's also plenty of series left. The next episode's gonna be the end of the halfway point. Oops. This efficiency is very strong. Oi. This is what happens when you get used to mining speeds as slow as iron. You forget what it's like to work with an efficiency diamond pickaxe. Well, now we have this big old room down here. How many do I have? 28. I'll leave that one bookshelf. It'll be the last reminder that this used to be a library. There we go, that's a little better dispersed. Or maybe do that one and this one. There we go. Alright, away we go. This is what I came here for. Fire aspect and sharpness. I'm probably going to spend that on a sword since I don't know how much I really need a Respiration 3. Ooh, let's take this chest because this chest is going to be the one used for the lapis. Spawners were also able to be acquired for the first few versions since they were introduced. I think that ability was removed in Alpha 1.0.1. And then, if you held on to it, Alpha 1.2 had a very easy duplication bug in regards to the Nether portal. Take one quick look around. You know, here, why don't I look and see if there's any other ores? Particularly coal I need. 23 is nice and all, but I'm already getting low. I'm almost certain there's I'm almost certain there's lava behind the cobblestone because there was water flowing on top of it. And we all know how cobblestone generators are created. Just one? It's never just one. It's not always true. I have found singular diamonds before. Hello, that was a cave-in. I don't plan on making any more mine shafts. Hello. There's no need for such violence. As soon as I totally eliminate him. Alright, this one just keeps going. So what we'll do is not keep going. Oh, well, hold on, I gotta pick this up. Oh boy. Yeah, this is a very extensive cave system. We're not doing that now. I'm not prepared to go mining. I'm surprised you know how to spell Ardy Shaft. I didn't think you were watching way back when. Ardy is a name, right? I know RB is a name. Sun's going down. Come on, Oreo, we gotta go. With all that mining I did, now I have a whole bunch of cobblestone. I don't know what I'll use it for, but I like building with cobblestone. So let's grab the pumpkins, and in fact, we'll probably grab some of the sugarcane that totally ruined the poor little spruce tree. Invasive species, am I right? That one was 3 tall. That one was 3 tall. Those two get to stick around, unless if I just casually do that. Make it even worse. I picked that up, right? I did not. Come on, pumpkin. Alright, hold on. Oreo, don't go anywhere. Oh, that's the problem. What do I not need? Oh, wait, hold on. We're gonna combine. Give me that plus 5% durability. Yay, there we go. Oreo? Oreo, where'd you go? How'd you get up there? I don't understand why horses like to just zoom as soon as you hop off. It was not Ardy, it was spelled A-R-D-I-E, because I spelled it out specifically. It was derived on RubyDunk, but that's not how I spelled it. How long ago did this German motorcycle company exist? I feel like everything, every word comprised of 2 syllables has already been existing. It has already come into existence at some point. This is kind of diagonal. I'm not all too sure how well the minecart track will work if I want to go for the achievement. 1958. And there's still a wiki page for it. Oops. I doubt anyone who's still alive today would care that I called it Arty Shaft then. Come on, where's the exit? All these trees, your days are numbered. Eventually they'll go away. And by going away, I mean they'll face the axe. Uh-oh. We have a problem. In the form of a green cucumber. Hey buddy, how's it going? I have a big plan for you. Have you ever wanted to fly? Hiya! Ah, almost had it. Hiya! Oops. That was a big miss. Never mind. That's okay, we can fix this. Except we have no inventory space, and I still have to put Oreo back. Oh no, where'd you go? Oreo! Please stop wandering. You used to be so well behaved. Alright, congratulations all you cows. You all get to keep on living for the rest of your lives since I do not need leather anymore. At least not until I start doing someone's maps. Alright, catch some Z's, reset the weather timer, put away the cobblestone, pick up the stuff we have, because we're going to need a lot of dirt to fill in that hole. And we'll go from there. Look at all that cobblestone, woohoo! That means I could start working on a building project after this, after we get the enchantment table going. To this day, years later, I still don't understand your addiction to beta 1.8. Alright, so this staircase survived, but we're gonna need another 2. Oops. Alright, so yeah, I need stair, plank. Alright, that's not too bad. Once this all turns back into grass, it'll look a little cleaner. We have to wait for that. Lay a hand. Oop, drop the torch. Alright, hold on. Here, let me head down here. How's the pumpkin farm doing? Has it grown up at all, or am I going to need to move? There has been no change. Do I really have to move all these planks? Does this need to be glass? I also still need to find pumpkin seeds, but I don't think you can find those anywhere outside of mine shafts. Oh wait, hold on, the jungle. Maybe we'll visit the jungle again today. Which one was it? Was it on the left or was it up top? Oopsies. Was the jungle off in this direction or was the jungle way up here? I don't remember. I think the microphone was doing stuff, and hopefully that has now been corrected. Alright, well anyways, let's do all this. Minecraft has never had an official way to design your own caves. There have been mods that allowed you to upload your own caves. There was one called, I think it was minecraftcaves.net that I used to use back in the day, and that one allowed custom mods. Did I fix the sounds now? Live check, how far behind are you? This is the part where I make sure that all y'all are indeed watching live by verifying that the live marker at the bottom left of the video player is in fact red. Because that felt like a very delayed reaction as I was looking at OBS. What happens when I clunk my head against something? Alrighty, so we're gonna wait for that to hopefully grow up. So let's head this way. Alright, what can go back in here? In fact, hold on, let me grab the coal. Let's just boop, leave that one behind. And then we'll do half and half. Oh, I didn't need that much. This is why I wanted to grab coal. I wanted these to be nice and full again, without having to deconstruct any of the blocks. Alright, the lapis chest is gonna have to go down there after I get the stuff going. Ours will be in there. Sugarcane needs to go into its own sugarcane area. Gravel goes up top. Let's just start cooking that iron. I think the rest of this goes down below. Nope, OBS is indeed still making noises. I think the noises stopped. Why are you acting as a mouthpiece? This sounds inefficient. You in a system? Alright, I need andesite since I keep that separately now. Toss that, toss dirt, because we are ever so slowly accumulating dirt, and I don't know what to do with it. Alright, let's head back here because I kind of forgot that I grabbed these bookshelves and ended up not placing them. Oops. We'll leave this one right here, I guess. By chance, does this happen to be any good enchantment? I'm breaking 3. That's not bad. Why are my streams so... Oh my gosh, no! Another Silk Touch? I didn't want 2 Silk Touch pickaxes. Alright, well here's what I can do. If I really wanted, I could combine both of these to get Efficiency 4 and Breaking 3 and Silk Touch 1. Alright, well that's not terrible. Yeah, let's just leave all this. But anyways, why are my streams so avoidable? Alright, well this is all complete. Hardy potato. So now we head to the sugarcane farm because we have several pieces of which I don't need. I don't have a good way to get down here, do I? I never did that staircase. Nope. Maybe that's what we'll work on next. We'll work on a staircase right here because we need to have a way to get down here easily. Like, let's just pick up everything that's in here. Yeah, sheep, I hear you. Toss all that. As soon as I remove the planks, the pumpkin grows. See, so I really do need to have glass there. That's quite unfortunate, if I do say so myself. Alright, well, you're one thing at a time. Let's just take care of all this. It'd be kind of a shame if I collect all this wool and end up never doing anything with it. You know what I could do? I could start collecting colored wool now. I'm seeing little poofs popping up. Well, I can't see the consistent, obnoxious noise. One of these days, I'll have the money to be able to afford another microphone. I recently had to deal with a storage problem because I downloaded something and failed to realize just how large it was going to be. Oops, my fault. No, that's okay, I took care of all that, so thankfully that's been taken care of. I still see it. Consistent silence, that's what I need. I don't know what a cloud palazzo is. You seem to keep liking the reference Gronk, that is. Alright, next is... put away the bookshelves. I wonder if I should start keeping the books somewhere special. Oh, you know what we can do? We could work on the cactus farm next. And now I have two of these, which I'm not all too sure what to do with. I did not mean to keep the shears. Oops. I need more torches. Well, there goes trying to not deconstruct all these blocks. Alright, Cloud Palace makes sense. I don't expect to have enough time for the vision I have on here. Thankfully, though, we don't have to deal with 128 block height limit. Alright, we need to go back here because the pathway still needs planks. And I want to work on the cactus farm. I don't know how much sand I have. Oh, this will be easy. I could just do like 4x4 with another 4 vertical. I don't know how tall people tend to make these cactus farms. We'll just start with a measly 8. No, sorry, 16, not 8. Because that'll be a 4x4 spaced out grid for the cactus. And then that'll just be the first one. 0 drop frames. I'm starting to think, Paul, that these past few days have been your internet issues. Because right now there's nothing on my end that's going red. Alrighty, so I have 2 more stairs that need to be acquired. With the amount of things currently on my to-watch list, adding 1 more to the pile seems rather counterproductive. I could use background noise. I'm currently getting through. What do I have going on for background noise? I think there are video essays. One I wanted to get through covers the entire Showa films for Godzilla. It has a sequel for the entire Heisei film series. There's also an hour-long video about someone being disappointed with the cartoon community, the animation community as a whole. And he starts out with the title card Hypocrisy, so you got me interested. There won't be background noise, but in another week I'll be starting the Super Sentai series. And I don't know how long that's going to take me. Partially because it's not in English. Alright, so with all that taken care of, let's go grab... Wait, hold on. If I move the anvil, doesn't that cause damage to it? Maybe I need to just leave it. Alright, well either way, we're gonna grab... We have the sand. We'll need to grab other building materials. Oh, I knew it. Yeah, we're gonna have to put glass. We'll need glass here instead of planks. Whatever. Alright, so... I'll need to find an area where I could fit another tower specifically for growing the cactus. I could start down there. Like, there's just a few trees. If I took out these trees, I'll have this nice big flat area to work with. As much as I want to keep it on the mountain, I'd rather not obstruct my view. Oh, I just realized I didn't read the rest of that message. If it's in German, then I'm for sure not going to start it. Because that cannot work as background noise. If you spawn on a small island separate from the main continent, and this was Alpha 1.1.2, do we know his seed? Has that been made available? Because this is something that would be worth interesting, since usually that doesn't have survival island types of compared to what we find later in Beta 1.8. Or the proportions could be way off from your description, and it ends up not being at all as interesting as I imagine it to be. Are there only brown mushrooms that spawn in these swamps? I'm looking. Oh no, there are red ones over there. I was wondering, what if I should start using some of this for mushroom stew? If I really wanted, I could make a mushroom farm, but the reason why I rarely ever make mushroom farms is because I don't particularly need all these mushrooms. At least with collecting cactus, you can use that for green wool. Although I don't build with green wool all too often. fact, I don't usually build with wool other than white all too often, partially because a lot of the versions I play, white's the only one available. And speaking of mob trap, one thing I need to do is create a zombies dungeon. Turn that into a mob farm. Especially now that I have XP and a way to spend it. If it's rather close to the main island, then I'm probably not going to look into it. Howdy Squid, how's it going? One thing I need to do, since I technically haven't caught up, I need to finish X's Adventures in Minecraft. I want to say he did a reboot series back in maybe 2019, 2018. I think I caught up to what was available at the time, but it's been several years, and I think he's published more episodes. Alright, this is gonna take too long. Alright, saplings, keep doing your stuff. I'll be back. Or, how about we could just start getting to work now. Let's grab cobblestone, because I'm thinking of just having the sand rest on the cobblestone. Since that'll float, and then just like the 360, not the 360, the 3DS. No, Android. Just like on the Android world, I plan on having water, a water collection system at the bottom. Except this time I get to use hoppers. Hooray, hooray. Alright, I need the stone that's been cobbled. How much do I really need though? Because I only need one stack just to get it going. I should really build the main structure out of it with something other than dark oak and cobblestone, because I've been building a lot of stuff out of dark oak. I want it to be brighter. I don't want to overdo it on glass though. I could try sandstone, make it biome appropriate. In fact, if I really wanted, I could turn this into a mini desert. Huh. I wonder. Alright, well, before I get to all that, let's just start working on where it's going to be. So we have the pathway down there. This I want to turn into a gravel beach, so that's going to have to wait. So that means all of this area is going to end up being gravel beachified. So if I want to back off a little bit, I guess we'll go here. So if we're looking at 16 blocks with one block between, that's 32 plus 1 is 33. We're looking at a 33 by 33 area, I think. Oh wait, no, it's not 16 by 16. It's only going to be 4 by 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1. 9 by 9 is going to be the central area. That turned the grass really fast. So there's 4, I think. Yeah, 4. Is this series still ongoing? Has it been ongoing for the past 16 years? Alrighty, so we got all that taken care of. So what we'll do is, boop. Hopefully 1 block gap between these is fine. But is it really? I have all this space. We won't do 1 block between, we'll do 2. Which means we're gonna have to extend this even larger. This will give plenty of space between to make sure that the cactus blocks don't fall onto other cactus blocks, because that will just end up deleting them. I don't particularly want that. Oh, I wonder if I should have done this. You know, hold on, this is dark. Let's drop some torches. We'll just light everything up now. If I'm gonna keep spending time down here, I should light all this up now. Bye-bye. That's probably going to end up moving. Hopefully we don't spend too long for this, but I'm also trying to collect the saplings I can in this area. These big swamp trees take a while to go away because they have a lot more leaves compared to the regular trees. What were you doing when it blue screened? Even if it lasted till 2014, 4 years is a good length. I see you, Swamps. Is watching this stream the only thing you're doing? Because if so, then I can't provide any further help than that. Gotta go. Yeah. Alright, all you little slimes, you need to be eliminated from this world. But of course your brethren will be back again to torment me another day. Or perhaps another night. Because hooray, 1.4. One of these days, I don't know when, but one of these days, I'll understand what it's like playing 1.3 and 1.4 without the internal server. I have copies of the SSP mod. In fact, I have copies of that entire archive of whoever created it. But I have not physically installed and used the mod yet. Yeah. I'll take that pearl, thank you very much. Beta 1.4 is kind of old. That was a decent starting point. That was about when beta started taking shape to what people identify as the golden age of ending with beta 1.7.3. And then you got me the grumpy old man who says, nah, 1.2.5 and all that. There's a video, I think it's by Dialco, that covered error as well. And part of that is he didn't use hard set version numbers, he more based it on activities within the community. That video itself is already a few years old by now, I think. Time passes when you look back. I knew it! Remember when I said a few minutes ago that your brethren would be back? It happened again. So much for only lighting up a small portion. Hooray! All of this is now plenty bright for all my deeds I have planned. Alrighty, so we'll do... I think 3 blocks. Hold on, let me first combine these. I hear you. Where are you? Uh-oh. Yeah. The slimes. The slimes are a bigger problem than any of the other mobs that I've encountered this night. There we go. Well, kinda. I guess technically, so what we need is, this is where the sand goes. We're gonna have to dig down, but I want to get this in place first. In fact, maybe I should put torches. I feel like I should put a torch on each of these faces, just for keeping things plenty bright. People make content farms because they want the views and the money that comes from said views. And the engagement. YouTube likes when videos get engagement. Watch hours is a big part of it. Like, stuff like comments and likes also have an effect. Slime chunks kind of became irrelevant in 1.4 because in 1.4 all you need is a swamp, and that does all the hard work for you. Did an Enderman move that? I don't know, but Enderman exists, so I'm gonna blame him. Alright, daytime approaches. I see as a baby slime. No, mid-sized. Bye-bye. Another thing with slimes is that they're gonna keep on spawning. They only spawn at nighttime, but they can spawn at any light level. So even though this will keep out stuff like zombies and skeletons, it will not keep the slimes out. Which is kind of why I almost want to make this a desert, because if I make this a desert, I could put cactus around. And then the slimes will just casually jump into the cactus. And then there won't be any more slimes. I don't know how effective that will be, because I still have to traverse. But I think what we'll do is, we will use cobblestone here. That way this cobblestone line will match the cobblestone that we have around here. As for what goes above and what goes below, I haven't decided yet. Anything that can be abused for views will be abused for views. That's one of the rules of the internet. I don't know which number. Alright, there we go. So what we'll do is, we're going to identify the starting point as over here. So this is where, in fact, how about let's just start this now. Boop. Alright, so we're going to let the cactus grow up. We're going to need signs. We're going to have the floating signs again. We'll figure that out. But we need another shovel. Can we combine these? I don't think so. Oh, we can, just barely. Cool. Alright, well, we need another axe and a shovel. So then all the water, what we'll do is we'll have the water start way down here. The water's going to start in this corner, and then it'll flow diagonally all the way to here. And then this is where I'll have another tunnel for the collection system. I have a plan. Just head up top again. I could probably put this cobblestone back, since I think we'll be collecting more of it. Alright, I could definitely put back all this dirt since we're about to get a bunch of it. Oh, in fact, we also have mob drop and food. More food. Over here we have wood, which I might end up pulling back out again. Cobblestone, I'll do... You know what, I think I will just hold on to it for now. But yeah, slime balls are more mob drops. Oh boy, they're stockpiling. And saplings, because I have a sapling chest. Good job, me of the past. There's a lot of stuff that exists that can't be justified. I tend to not give enough cares for the reason of I don't have the money or the influence or the power to stop it. There are no sirens going on over here. This is where I keep mushrooms. Oop. Don't need ground tillers, but I need water. I need a bucket of water. And iron. Alrighty, let's grab the same bucket that we've been borrowing from over and over and over again, because I haven't found any spare buckets. And I don't want to spend the iron to make one, because I know eventually we'll find another dungeon, and surprise, there will be another bucket. Buckets are one of those, you really don't need to make them if you explore enough, just for the reason of how common you find them in dungeons. Alrighty, so the water has to start here, I believe, because I need to make sure the items can flow under the cobblestone. Now I have to dig all this up. $200,000 views per video means 200,000 people were watching it. Every video. Even if it's not the same 200,000 people, because do you really need to watch more than once? Some people do because they like keeping up on the situation. Other people just watch the one video and move on. Or watch through part of it and not finish. Some cities over here have a fair amount of sirens. Where I currently live, it's not too bad. Wonder if I should have put the signs first, before digging all this out. I did the same problem last time. Oops. That's okay. Alright, so now... Next. Now all of this needs to be dug up. And there's also why I put all that dirt back. Hello, cobblestone. I'll take you. Thank you very much. we're gonna combine and probably need another shovel after this. Truth be told, I probably should have made more than just one. I've never been to Vienna. The closest place I've gone in that geographical area is probably Paris. I'm not in that part of the world often. In fact, I've only ever been 1.5 times. So close. I almost made it. Oh, you know what I could do? If I really wanted, I could just put a hopper here. And because all the items, they're just gonna, whoopsies. And we could just boop, 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 boop. Every cactus that falls in here will all flow over. So if I would put the hopper here, then this is where I would put the chest. I'll just run it sideways. Alright, let's think. Is there anything else that needs to be done? Oh, wait. How do I get out? Ding dong. Alright, let's dig a hole here, like I always do. Just on the other side of the wall. There's no way I'll need more than one to collect cactus, right? I kind of overdid it on the Android world. I don't think I really need to do that here. So, we'll have the one hopper. Yeah, it'll be the one hopper here, chest, and then that'll be that. In fact, I kind of like the diorite down there. I think we'll keep that. This room will turn into something different. In fact, we'll probably want to redo all the floor down here as well. In fact, now that I have the water, let's just get rid of it for now. Then what I'll do is I'll replace the floor with what I want the block to be. And then we'll go from there. Boop. Let's just hippity hoppity. This water is now my property. And then boop, I need an exit. I could make a staircase. I don't know what I'll do with the staircase, but we'll start there. Oh, no, we're gonna have the same problem. Alright, we're gonna make this 4x4. Why? Because the pathway is 2x2. I'm not gonna do whoever designed the Village Wells, where you've got a 3-block wide path going into a 4-block wide well. Let's not do that. Because whoever did that did not think properly. Do all that, do all that. Drop the block. I just deleted that. Hey, the cactus is doing good. Let's get rid of you real fast. Thanks very much. Now we could start spreading the farm some more. I'll let this one cactus keep growing until it reaches 3 blocks. But down here, alright, that's all done. So this is where we'll put the staircase, and then we'll have it line up over here. This is kind of dark. Maybe I should put torches along the wall here. I don't know how much of a difference it makes, but it helps me feel a little bit better about bad guys spawning. Which means I also need to light up over there. I think the wheat farm's slowly doing better. I've only been on here 9 days, and it feels like I have a good outpost going. I'm starting to look around and see everything that I've constructed. Most of it's just farms and pathways, though. But we've got our little enchanting area. I should probably make that look nicer. It just sort of sits out in the open. At least down here, we have the nether portal. Oops, the nether portal, which I should do something with as well. But step one, we're going to make more shovels. In fact, how about we just make 4 shovels? Alrighty, I need... Oops, I grabbed too much iron. I do not need that much. Oopsies. This is the part where I'm glad that we now have a dedicated chest for dirt. Because if I kept it in the main chest, it would be half full by now. Almost. It'd be almost half full of dirt. Alright, toss that, toss. That. We have plenty of diamonds, which we can almost, if I didn't make this extra pickaxe, which, looking at it, I probably didn't need to, but oh well. But yeah, with all these extra diamonds, what we can do now is we have the opportunity for a full set of armor soon. It's kind of the important part. What we need is glass. I'm also figuring out what I want to make the floor out of. Alright, wasn't I trying to go for a desert theme? We might have to dig up a lot of sand. Which is kind of a good thing that I just made all these shovels. I didn't particularly mean to. Alright, toss all that for now. Toss the stone. These go back where they need to be. Trying to find a parking spot. How far away were you parked? Oops, not down there. Bye, I say to all you. And the water bucket will go back where it belongs. I don't have any interest in what goes on over in Austria. Almost read that as Australia. Partially because I'm over here in America. And I'm not in charge of the military in the event that the United States Army would be sent over there. I need Oreo. We have traveling to do. This way. This way I say. Because we're heading off to the desert. I might try to speed up the cactus farm a little bit and grab a few more while we're out there. Toss that, don't need it. Keep the inventory clean, clear, and happy. Whoop, not another cave. Okay, this one wasn't nearly as bad as the one I fell into earlier. Alrighty, now we find somewhere where we could just start digging. I don't know how much sandstone I'm going to need. Wasn't the desert update supposed to be planned? Wasn't that on the list of biomes that were going to get updated eventually? We haven't gotten any of that, right? I think back to previous votes. Alright, this is not a good vantage point. We'll leave Oreo right down here. Checks the time and sees stream has gone on for an hour and 46. Where'd the last hour and 15 go? Because I remember looking and it was just past half an hour that we were finally settling into the stronghold. As someone who's not interested in geography, I haven't looked into what Vienna looks like to have any claims to that. I wonder if I should wait around, let these cactus grow up some more. That one's still 1, which means the chunks haven't been loaded very long. This one's already 3. There's no way to get... I don't have the... You can get dead bushes by picking up picking them up with shears, right? As it currently stands, I do not have any on me. Which I was thinking about earlier, taking some, and then when I traveled now, I did forget. Nope, no, let's not do that, please. Get back here, stack of sand. I wonder if I should leave these dead bushes for now and pick them up later. Because if I come back, pick up these dead bushes, then I can plant them in my own fake desert that I'm considering making. That's another reason for collecting all the sand. Although for now I am kind of focused on the sandstone, which means I wonder if it would be opportune to just dig a pit and dig up the sandstone at the bottom from there. Concrete desert sounds like urban construction and industrialization. Oops. Alright, we'll just leave that. Now it looks slightly more natural and not some random 1-block hole that I accidentally dug, looking like an Enderman hole, which I keep filling in whenever I can. I made a mistake. I was not supposed to let that shovel go away. You know, now I kind of wish not being able to see the durability, because I did complain about the inconsistency in the first few episodes. Well, why can't I just see it faded? I'd like to hope that gets corrected by the end of the version updates, but I have doubts that they ever do. We're already halfway through the release cycle, just about. Most of the reasons why we dislike politicians come down to the fact is that the people with those personalities become politicians. Little people with little power and influence don't make it that far. Stems from nice guys finish last and all that. Alright, we're gonna swap these before I forget. Nighttime's also approaching, in which case I'm wondering if I should just head back. Or if I should go Enderman hunting again. Let's see, we have 6 plus the 2 pearls. That leaves us at 4 more. We need 4 more ender pearls. And seeing as I got the enchantment system, as I got the enchantment table completed faster than I anticipated, I wonder if I should start gearing up now. Which means we only need a few more diamonds for a full set of armor, plus I'll want a sword. I probably won't be making any more diamond pickaxes. It'd be cool if I could make diamond other tools and enchant them. I might have to wait for now. Let's just pick all that up. Alright, where is Oreo? There you are. Alright, Enderman. I'm coming for you. I'll take that, thank you. That one's fully grown. That one's still 2 blocks. We'll probably go slightly over unless I do decide to end off in the middle of the night. Or it won't even be the end because OBS says an hour and 52 just barely coming upon us. That means 8 minutes and it might be daybreak by then. Excuse me, no thank you. Do I take my chance? Do I one and gun? Because there's a witch there, but I don't know if I want to sacrifice Oreo. If Oreo gets hit with poison, it will be very sad. Because I can't guarantee Oreo will live after that. I don't think I landed any of those hits, even though I did like 3 of them. Alright, that one was slowness. I can deal with slowness. That one was not. Gotta go. Alright, Oreo, we're gonna... Alright, Oreo will be fine for now, since horses will not naturally be attacked. Unless Oreo is a ding-dong and happens to run into a cactus. I'll take that, thank you. How many explosions have happened this episode? 3 now? Oh my gosh, it'd be nice if I didn't keep hitting the buttons. I don't like pressing, or I don't like having buttons assigned to pressing the thumbsticks, but I can't change them unless they added the option to do so. It took a while for the 360 version to add the opportunity to change the buttons. I don't think that's happened yet on here. Because last I looked, at the start of the series, there's no way to change individual key bindings or button mappings. 2 sticks, does that mean you blew up some dead thingies? Dead shrubs, dead bushes. Alright, well I'm doing better. The question is, how much health is Oreo at? I'm making sure there's no green beans or skelly bums nearby. Alright, a little more than half. That's not terrible. I'm kind of glad that horse armor doesn't take any damage, but it also means that you end up really acquiring them. For how common they are, you just sort of start hoarding them if you don't want to leave them behind. Alright, well, Oreo's gonna slowly heal up, and in the meantime, let's see if there are any more. Well, maybe I got the sticks from the witch. That'd be nice. I did not see all that dropped. In fact, was that the only thing I got? I know I took out the witch. I wonder if the other items ended up blowing up when the green bean exploded. That would be rather sad. How many times have I said rather this stream? Alright, Enderman, where are you hiding? Brown horse over there. I don't have a way to bring it back for now. You know, with all these slime balls I have, I wonder if I should start making some leads. Wonder if I should just, instead of digging horse holes, if I should just start using leads for Oreo and fence posts. Those might be faster. Oh, thank you, buddy. Why do I feel like Endermen are usually more common than this? Maybe they're not, because I remember having a lot of difficulty trying to find Endermen on the Alpha Beta world. Yeah, I've collected no pearls. In fact, I don't think I've seen an Enderman yet. Nope, Skelly Bum, I don't feel like dealing with you. We're just gonna run. Or trot. Whatever horses do. No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't think I've been this far yet. Let's just check over the hill and see if we find anything. If not, it won't be too much longer before darkness falls again. Oh, this is a great vantage point. I kind of like this desert hill. I'm not seeing any Endermen though. Oi. Probably start heading back then, if nothing new. No, thank you. Because if I'm not seeing any enemies out here, I'll probably just start bringing... Every horse slowly heals over time without food requirements. That's one thing that's nice with them. I see a husk, a skelly bum, no, just a husk, and 2 green beans who happen to spawn right there. Alright, you attacked me, you gotta be eliminated. I don't even think British English, unless I'm crazy, I don't think British English even has U's for horse. I know stuff like armor, favorite, neighbor has the unnecessary U. I don't think I've seen horse spelled with a U. Alright, where are you? 0 Endermen all night long. I should have just slept the night off and continued to dig the sand. But my inventory is mostly full now. We'll just head back. It's kind of funny how some people complain about autocorrect and then other people don't. Yes, yes, I hear you. I really do need a faster way to get up here. Oh, right, wrong hill. I did this last time. Oops. There we go. Oh, this is a great view. You have a great view of all the work I've done so far. Yeah, we need to do something more down there so that way the cactus farm isn't all by itself. With all this sand, some of it's going to be cooked into glass, and other parts of it are going to be turned into sandstone. But yeah. Pop the fence. Thank you for your time, Oreo. Speaking of time, we've passed 2 hours. So this is indeed all it for the day. Let's just start cooking some of the sand and then that'll be it. And we'll be back again next week. It's working more on the cactus farm as it ever so slowly expands and whatnot. So if you have any final thoughts, start saying them now. We'll do probably 4. That should hopefully be enough stacks. But yep, that's indeed all it for this time. Thank you all for watching. Bye.